Hello everybody, this is Swarmlord39 of Almost Cool, here with another episode of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, and on the second part of the Day 3 trial. Now, for those of you who are here for the previous stream, or not here for the previous stream, or haven't watched the previous video, although I'm wondering why you'd be watching this video and not the others, we have proven, more or less, that the person in that the second murder of the victim didn't happen. The person who was there wasn't the victim. Now we've just got to prove that it's actually still relevant to the case in question. Yeah. That's probably going to be harder than it looks. Let's get going, shall we? Although, as soon as I can, I'm going to read over the case files. We're now reconvene. Actually, let me refresh that. Court record. I want to read those case files, please. Closed. Perpetrator, Joe Dark. Serial murder, sentence death. Victims, Edward Jones, Jason Knight, Edith Kirby, Rachel Moss, Deb Bates, and Neil Marshall. Oh, that's gonna be important. But prosecutor Miles Edgeworth, witnesses Lana Sky, Emma Sky, investigation task force, investigators Eamon Grant, Lana Sky, head investigator Bruce Goodman, investigators Jake Marshall and Angel Starr. Alrighty. Just wanted to make sure we went back over that. So yeah, Emma didn't come back out. Officer. Please state your name and occupation. I'm just wondering. Trails of civilization. Occasionally helping the elderly across intersections when needed. Yes, we get it. You're a patrolman. Name, if you listen hard enough, you can hear it howling wind count. Exact, it's Jake Marshall, Your Honor. Now, Mr. Marshall, let me ask you something. You're in charge regarding the evidence room on the day the crime took place. Is this correct? According to the papers. No paper can sum it up. Maybe it's best we get on with this quickly. Please share with us your testimony of the day of the crime in plain old English. My job was to keep a wary eye on that Lord. They said I was supposed to make rounds 3 times a day, but that ain't my style. Besides, the security room was protected by 2 security systems anyway. Remember right? I was at a street side saloon at the time it went down. It was an innocent traveling man, so if you're... Well, it's time I hit the... Nope. Can't say I care for your beard. By 2 security systems. Security cameras and the ID card reader. Freaking even a cowpoke like you knows about. What about the fingerprint activated locks? He's not being very... He's not good with machines or following orders. One seems like trouble. Oh my. Alrighty. Day of the crime. Okay. Eye on the evidence room. Nothing moving on the security camera monitor. That room's so still. Even time dies in there. Here's when nothing aren't that useful. When the time would come, I'd erase the tape. Every 6 hours. Each time I'd erase a tape, it felt like I was erasing a part of my life. This guy has a flair for the dramatic, but it's not going to do him any good. Alright, okay. In actuality, you don't physically enter the evidence room. I'm pretty sure you made your rounds on the day of the crime, right? In my style. Yeah, I don't know. On the day of the crime? I didn't set foot in the evidence room that day. You don't know anything about that. So I'm just gonna press these last two lines, but I'm probably gonna go back to this one and present the handprint. Of course, back in the day, and go to the machines. Well known that some detectives are unaware of their presence. Place like that. I've seen spaghetti. Oh, I meant. Strange. You know what? Okay, I'm not gonna bother with the last one, which might just go back and bite me in the butt. The usual save. But I'm going to present. I think it's time I present this. What? Okay, fine. Well, evidence. Better. So wait. The witness doesn't appear to have seen anything. Okay, I have a trump card, so I best keep my cool. I better up the ante. What? Okay, so I gotta present something else first. Okay. Probably. Crap. Okay. Shoot. I'm not supposed to put this up first. Okay. Gloves, evidence floor plan, goodness lost item report. Is it something to do with this? No, I was hitting that button again. In the past. Gosh dang it. So, you made your rounds on the day of the crime. Oh. Didn't send from the evidence from that day. There's something I've got to press. Represent. Emma went down. Probably not here. Will this just be... Okay, since I'm still in this area, when I saved. I'm just gonna go ahead and try present here. I think it's just this. I'm gonna try this. And if that doesn't work, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna try presenting this here. Nope, that's not. I can tell already. Dang it. Flailing. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and do like I said, because... Nope. Well, okay. It looks like I'm gonna need it. It looks like I'm gonna need that save. Because I am not finding... Hey. You're just nice to see you back. Just flailing around because for the life of me, it's not actually doing this. But apparently I can't figure out what any of these actually fit. Up the ant. Yeah. Supposed to make rounds 3 times a day. I presented the handprint there, but apparently I'm not supposed to do that here. Wait, really? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Really? I am supposed to present it. That annoys me. Explain yourself. Okay. Quite simple. You left a very large trail. A handprint. Only natural only fingerprints put in there. I wish it were. You see, your fingerprints were covered in blood. Was wiped away. However, a test clearly revealed this. To me, in this room with blood-stained fingerprints. Natural fingerprints being in this room. One of them just happened to be at the same place as the blood's handprint. Since the fingerprint are completely unrelated. Oh, there's room for doubt. Now cross-examine. Let's press everywhere. And see what we got. One thing. Locker happened to be... That locker was his! Me. Lock all this time without ever... Okay. Happened. The bloody handprint. Covered by my fingerprints, it just so happened. And argue just the opposite. You know that. So there was a blood stain at the scene. That's right. Couldn't you? However, no fingerprints were detected on that handprint. Hold on. Except for one was with one hand and one was with the other. Please consider. Well, then. Blind spots. Places you can't see. Floor isn't shown. If someone's familiar with the camera's position, they can leave the room without being caught on tape. Alrighty. So. This is fast forwarding all the way to the end. And pause. There it is. Our attention back to the security camera. But yeah, no, that was tossing out. That was the witnesses. Rewind the video a bit. Find it a bit more. With all the annoyance that goes with that. The white cloth, it's gone. The white cloth wasn't there, then it suddenly appeared. Only one explanation. Marshall, you were in the evidence room at the time of the crime. You opened your locker when the camera was turned away. Got the wrong man. I mean, I'm the one who opened it. Why's everyone staring at me like I'm a wanted man? Really doesn't know. You're the only person that can open that particular locker. Fingerprint sensor? Talked about it earlier today. It can only be opened by the detectives they belong to. What do you have to say in 8 words or less? What? Order. Explain yourself. Tell us what you were doing in the evidence room at the time of the crime. I see now. That's from here. These 4 floor plans. No place for someone to hide in the evidence room. Yeah, he didn't see Officer Marshall. So, where was the witness? Shoot. Wish I had known that I needed to present it because wouldn't it have been right here? Right here. Just stand there. But okay, I am totally saving now because I've got one shot on all of these, and I'm not going back through. I don't mind reloading from these. Just because... Would it have been here? Or here? Oh, duh! Thank you. Is the Goodman and the Killer's Meekins. I mean... It's probably wrong. Nope. Okay. Loading back up. So we just got the same thing. We should have seen him in the evidence room. Where was he at the time of the crime? Well, victim. There we go. I was stupid. I was very stupid. I don't know why I was trying to prove it elsewhere. You know for sure. They point out he did not know Detective Goodman. He also testified about the man's reaction when confronted. I pulled a knife on me. Why didn't he just show it? Couldn't show it. His picture's on the card. Anything to say? Circumstantial evidence. Okay, we got this, and I'm literally going to be save scumming for the rest of the trial because I don't want to go back. Let me exposed. So we'll turn to the basics. That would be what Mia used to tell me. By thinking outside the box. I shouldn't look for that he was in disguise. Rather, evidence that he came about because he was in disguise. Locker at the time of the crime. Yet he did, despite the chance it might be discovered later. Argument. Admitted. Opened his own locker for some unknown reason. Oh. Hiding, What is this piece of cloth? And the windows open. Please show us why. Oh! Duh! I know what it is! No. There we go. Or something unexpected happens. Got your ID, you pulled a knife. Higgins panicked, and the light boiled with blood. And then Officer Marshall, are you ready to tell us the truth? Well, wouldn't that be here? Time has come. Marshall's confession. Last night I let die. I stole the detective's car and planned to take out the evidence. Any murder. I guess don't understand. Traces of a large quantity of blood were found on the floor. There's way too much blood for such a small donation. It's the night incident. I have a look at myself one more time. Right? How do you disguise yourself? Well, that in the morning of the incident. Essentially, in the fingerprint activate lock. Goodman must have opened the locker before Officer Marshall. Drive him off. I have to think a little more about his raise this year. Cutting his your knife. So you knock him out and okay. Your tape is erased every 6 hours. I'm stashed in there. He was sleeping like a baby. Also, I'm gonna save again because I've now gone through everything, and I'm worried also that if there's anything right here. Now, I'm not dead yet. No, I didn't. The evidence was already gone. I'll ask you one thing. No small offense. This is... I said, this isn't your case, this one's mine, and I'll do anything it takes to get an answer I'm satisfied with. Okay. It changed it in... I guess then we should press. Reference committee serial murders. That still bothers me. What happened? I think. Take another look at the files. Yep, checking one more time. Perpetrator Joe Dark, serial murder, death. Neil Marshall. Because on page 2, one of the victims was related to him. Well, I save again. And this time I'm going to present the case files. File name Marshall is mentioned in here. List of murder victims. Neil Marshall, are you related to this man? Never heard the name. 2 years ago. Received the same lousy prosecutor award you got. Prosecutor Neil Marshall. He handled the SL9 case before I did. Killed and the case fell into your hands. Was my brother. In the murders, worked under them. We were desperate to prosecute the killer. Go Dark. Fought Dark and was killed. At least according to public record. My brother couldn't have been killed by Joe Dark. I knew my brother better than anyone. No one could have beaten him in a fight. No matter how much you try to hide it, you can't fool me. Now I know what happened at the police department on the day of the crime. Satisfied with the resolution, Officer Marshall planned to steal the evidence. Also, this Goodman, he entered the evidence room. Confronted him, so he rendered him unconscious and fled. So, almost murdered. Why we examine. There yet remains the mystery of simultaneous murder. Testimony. A single word of less. No room for doubt. That what I proved yesterday is true. I didn't realize. Thank you. Alright. In a sense. Here we are. I don't want to leave any loose ends. If you want a minute, I'll give you 3. Now that you mentioned it, names of this guy's sister. Fingerprint had nothing to do with the crime. The other handprint. No fingerprints were found. I looked at it again. No. Is that all? I'm just an attorney. Only trace it. Can find something. You're a professional. Any reason about remain? The handprint was discovered around here. Well, I mean, there's the fact that, yes, I object. It's... The problem is what was sitting right in front of it. Look at these floor plans. Something is missing. Yes, something that, when drawn... There's gotta be something I can use. This guy. Blue Badger. Look at the Blue Badger is not here. Watch what happens when we put him in. This is where he was dancing at the time of the crime. Well, what? Right. As long as he's dancing here, it would be impossible to put a handprint at this spot on the locker. What does exactly this mean? It means it can't be done. Right. On that afternoon, Dominguez was the one who brought the Blue Badger to the evidence room. Put it down, it would be impossible to leave a handprint on that locker. That means the blood mark was left before the Blue Badger was brought in. That's the only possible explanation. Not once, but twice. That was captured on this tape taken by the security camera. He's cut his hand, which a trivial amount of blood fell. What was the other time? Okay. Do we really have to watch that? Just wait for him to get to his next bit. I do have been really murdered. Murder portrayed in the security tape has been proven to be fake. However, this does not explain the blood mark found on the locker. So then, assuming this murder, when did it take place? Another incident took place in the evidence room. Saving! I'm pretty sure I know what it is, but I'm saving. Why? And the killer would have had to enter it. In order to do so, an ID card would have been required. The card record. Higgins brought the Blue Badger into the evidence room at 4:50. If that took place before that time, then it would be 4:40. What? Drop the act. No, I ain't getting it. When the second crime took place, both of them failed to notice the blood. The blood was wiped away by the real murderer. I would have had just 10 minutes to murder the victim, carry his body away, and clean up the blood. That would mean the crime must have been taking place before. Look at the chart again. There's one other card number. All 7s. There's no record of his card being used beforehand. He must have entered along with the real murderer. That's the only plausible explanation. He went in with 7 7s. That's 7 too many. At least at present. Explain yourself. Belongs to someone with the rank of captain or higher. Someone who is a so-called executive officer. That's ridiculous. I'm not finished talking. There is one situation in which we can be granted such authority. If an official charge filed against an executive is accepted. Official charge. I take pride in my work. I would appreciate if you would keep... Question, yes? To her. She's been charged with murder. That's what I want to ask. This chief prosecutor. Years ago, did you really only use legitimate evidence? I heard him fine. Asking her in order to suppress crime with the law. Did you present all the evidence in court? Marshall. It is. Oh boy. That's what I'm talking about. Oh. Oh, I just... So, that's why it's... Okay. Sorry for speeding through that a little bit. Holy crap, we made it through. I mean, save scum for the win, but holy crap, we made it through. Alright, everybody. Well, that wraps up this episode. May or may not be back. I know I got told that we have one more investigation segment, true, but also another 3 trial segments, and I don't want to stop in the middle of the trial, so we'll see. We'll see if I feel like I can actually manage to make it through tonight. But if not, I'll see you in the next stream or next video if you're watching this later. And until then, bye bye.